Know that teenagers talking to strangers online is not all that uncommon. A Pew Research study shows that 16% of teens considered meeting someone they've only talked to online. 8% have actually met that person. And 33% of teens are Facebook friends with people they haven't met in person. So how do you know what your kids are doing online, and how can you help make them safe? We brought in Stephen Balkam. He's the CEO and founder of the Family Online Safety Institute. Not going to ask you a lot about the 16-year-old because police haven't confirmed a lot of information. There's still an investigation underway. But we think it's time we talk about this. Do you not agree?
Oh, I think we've been talking about it for a while, but we definitely need to up our game as parents in terms of talking with our kids.
Yeah. What are you looking for? All of our kids are online all the time.
And younger, too.
Yeah.
Our own research showed that kids in connected homes were getting cell phones as young as 7.5. and tablets as young as 5.5. So we have to have the conversation, the tech conversation with them as early as maybe 2 or 3 years old, and keep talking throughout their childhood.
Is it enough just to talk? I mean, I feel like we need to spy on our kids.
Well, we don't talk about spying. We think of it more as a cooperative thing between parents and kids. And kids, by the way, particularly teenagers, are usually quite savvy about using privacy settings.
Yeah.
It's unusual for a case like this where a teenage girl in particular usually will have privacy settings to make sure that creeps, as they call them, won't contact them.
Most teenagers, they know when a predator is trying to get to them. And what do? They dismiss them, they delete them.
For sure, and that's been the experience that we've seen when talking with teenagers, particularly teenage girls. We do know, though, that there's a small subset of teenagers called at risk, and they may want to play out some kind of dangerous scenario. In this case, the girl just openly left the house and went to go and meet him. So, you know, that's a real issue for intervening early and often with your kids.
And what's the MO of the predator? Obviously, this person has a lot of time on his or her hands, right?
For sure, and will keep pitching away, keep tipping away, and it may be not just one person. It could be other girls or boys, but particularly girls that may be targets, and just see which one comes back.
And you're saying the things to this teenager, to this, whether it be female or male, to enhance their stature, to make them feel more adult. You're telling them whatever they need to hear.
Of course, and obviously the next step would be, well, now that we are in love, or now that we know each other, come and meet me.
What are the telltale signs for the parent? How do I know when this has gone too far with my kid?
Parents know their kids better than anyone else, and if you are talking with your kids regularly, you will see a shift in their attitudes, their behaviors. Maybe they are more secretive, but you've got to keep having that conversation. You also have to look on their phones. You do have to look on their computers. I'm not saying spy on them, but say, show me what you're looking at. Explain these apps to me. By the way, who bought you that phone? And who's paying the monthlies on this?
Yeah.
So yeah, have that ready conversation. Also use parental controls. We absolutely believe in parental controls to stop the most obviously bad people coming to your kids, or for that matter, bad content, or your kids acting out. Cyberbullying and sexting is a real concern.
Yeah, this is great information. We got to come back and continue this conversation. You don't want to call it spying. I'm calling it spying. The kids are going to call it spying.
Parenting.
There you go. Fine. Good parenting. I'm all for that. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right.